live here. They live 2 streets over. We have to ride by each other's house.
He wants to do it in this school system. Then why did you stay in Mexico?
Welcome back to another episode of Mixed Realities. The world is a weird place. It's snowing in places where it's supposed to be sunny, and then Trump became the official president of the United States this week. As of recording this, it's 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
And so
Monday? No, it was Monday.
Yeah, that's like it was like 2 or 3 days
Thursday.
ago.
Yeah.
And it's already hectic. You know, you have people already complaining of both the weather and the president already. But then you
Maybe
have also
the president caused the weather. But anyway,
first executive order.
Yeah.
Snow in Florida.
Snow in Florida.
Yeah, because he has this Mar-a-Lago and he wanted snow, so he executive order put snow. But yeah,
sad to hear again that there's another LA fire.
And then there's LA.
I heard about it last night. I think.
Wait. Is it another one or is it just a continuation?
I think it was another one. It's in a different place, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and I saw I think you sent it to me that they arrested a bunch of people who were starting fires, who were looting, which that's kind of a good thing. That they're actually arresting and doing something.
Oh yeah. I was like, their scum's a good thing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying those people are good. I'm saying it's good that they are actively, policing now, because normally when you see those things, nothing happens.
Yeah.
So that's good. Besides that, I guess what else has been new for you, Lexi?
I don't know. I feel like I've been thinking a lot about what I want to do in the new year.
Okay.
But I feel good about this year. For some reason, I'm back into regularly working out every day, following a program I made, and just feeling good. So
that's good.
I want to keep.
You have been working out a lot.
Yeah, I want to keep the momentum and take that further. And then honestly, it's funny because the main thing that has been making me feel good most days is working out, and making and keeping the commitments to myself, because it is so cold. It's so cold. Our power rack is in the garage, and I mean, the other day it was 10 degrees at night. So waking up and
it's so cold that I'm pretty sure the cold might have ruined my audio equipment. That's why if we sound a little weird, we're using a different mic. Not these mics actually. It's a mic that's right here, but. So
I'm literally not forcing, but I have to convince myself to. Waking up's easy, but convincing myself to go in a cold garage and work out is so annoying. But I keep doing it, and sometimes I'll bring it inside if I have to. So I don't know, I like that. And I just feel like I am slowly growing into a different person. And I feel like life is all about changes, be the butterfly. So I'm very excited. I'm honestly really excited for the summer and for it to get warmer and go back on our runs and just be outside. It's so cold. I mean, our roads were frozen over.
The lakes?
The lake's frozen over.
And it's not a thin. It's that. It was that thick when I broke into it. I was like, dang, that's I don't know if that's enough to ice skate on per se, but it's honestly, enough to hold your weight a little bit.
I'm so excited. I have a matcha kit coming and a new journal coming tomorrow. So I don't know, I'm excited to just, the only thing I'm worried about this year is myself and my relationship with myself, and I feel like everything else just comes with that. All good things come with you focusing on yourself, so hopefully keep the momentum going. Been feeling pretty good. Still have a little crappy days, but don't we all?
Don't we all, yeah. I mean, going back to the LA fire, I guess the new one that you mentioned, it says it's already affecting 20,000 people.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it started last night at 11 p.m.
Yeah, this is January 23rd, which that's
today.
Not to date this, but this is the 23rd.
Yeah,
this article came out from the New York Times. Sepulveda, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Fire looms over Bel Air while nuclear Hughes blaze burns toward the town of 20K in LA County.
Also, another big thing that I've been trying to focus on is like regaining and like building my confidence to do things and to believe I can do things. And I feel like it's not, I mean, confidence, you can fake it till you make it sometimes, but like to know like what struggles you have in your mind that set you back from like what you could be. I've been trying to focus down on that as well because I feel like it helps me change.
Yeah,
It's a lot of changes.
Well, like I said, you have been consistent with going in the garage and using the gym and whatnot.
Cold
and
freaking thing.
I mean, I haven't been doing that because it's too cold. I'd rather just
It's
I'll
cold.
layer up like 3 layers and then go on a run still, rather
Yeah.
than just stand in that cold.
It's
ass
so
garage.
it's so cold. I even brought the bench inside in the living room the other day because it was upper body day. I was like, I just use free weights. I'm just so cold. Ugh. But I've also been loving like mat workouts too. So just like keeping it consistent, not just going crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna approach lifting and what I'm doing differently this year. So. Woo-woo.
So, coming out of California, have you heard of the cartoonist Darren Bell?
I heard about it when I saw a post about him.
Who is he?
So I forgot what company he used to work for. It was a big company.
It says
If you
the
scroll.
Canterville creator.
So
never
basically,
seen it.
he is a cartoonist,
Yeah.
but he got caught with child pornography,
Yeah.
and some of it was AI made. So I thought that was crazy.
Wait, so he had the law
Mm-hmm.
was widened to include AI material and went into effect on January 1st this year.
Mm-hmm.
A California native, Bell began his comic career with a feature in mainstay Golden State Papers. Dang, so he had AI child pornography.
Yeah.
Huh. He's
Which is so, like, just annoying. It's so annoying.
yeah.
Like, why would you sit down and make that? Out of all the things,
Yeah, like
like, that's just really annoying.
I mean, one of the things is I guess he's a big critic of Trump because that's literally they mentioned it twice in this article, and this is USA Today. I guess this is another win for Trump.
Yeah.
But this, dang,
There's a bunch
his
of videos
bail
of
set
him.
of $1 million for 2 felony accounts. So that's a dicey. I mean, I think he should. But should he be? Yeah, I see. Like, I guess.
I think it was both though. When
Was
I
it
read,
both?
I think he had like majority of it was real, and then like some of it was fake, or it was all fake. But like all the pictures I saw was him with little kids because he's a cartoonist.
Yeah.
So like he's always around little kids, always around doing
So-
conventions, all that crap. I'm like, that is so creepy.
So I think he should get in trouble whether it's AI or not.
For sure.
But do you get the same penalty if it's all AI versus if it was actually real?
If you are trying to distribute it like you would the real stuff, I feel like yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, there's a difference between, like... Because then you catch other people. Oh,
Yeah.
hey, it's AI. But, like, is it so good? Like, is AI...
Is it real? Like, it looks real.
Does it look real?
See, that's what I was originally going to say. Oh, maybe you shouldn't be because it's technically, but it's AI is getting so realistic now that
Exactly.
you shouldn't allow that. Still.
You can put fake faces on.
Exactly. So yeah, I feel like you should get the same punishment
Yeah,
as
for
if it
sure.
wasn't AI because it's the same mentality. You know, whether you
And that was only done because there are no regulations.
yeah. I bet you he
At
was
least that,
probably
yeah.
in his mind. He's like, "Oh, these are fake."
Yeah.
So, but that's actually kind
It's
of a good thing.
more disturbing that he's a cartoonist. Like,
Yeah,
that is
that's
idle towards kids. So, that's made me a little uneasy.
Well, have you flown recently?
Okay, so we've been talking about planes for like multiple podcasts. We've mentioned
Yeah,
planes
yeah.
on there. And
Well, keep going. We are gonna mention them again.
we're mentioning them again.
Yeah.
It's too good.
2 bodies found in wheel well of JetBlue plane flying from New York to Fort Lauderdale. 2 people were found dead in the wheel well of JetBlue airline. According to CNN, the bodies were discovered Monday night after the flight flew from New York to Fort Lauderdale. A gate technician reportedly said during a post-flight maintenance inspection, and law enforcement officials say the bodies were decomposed. The individuals who are deceased are both male. Beyond that, their identities at this time are unknown. JetBlue revealed that the airline is working with authorities amid investigations. I mean,
Decomposed. It took you that long to realize. How many times did that plane fly with 2 dead bodies in it before everyone realized that they were
yeah, I mean, it could be. Dang, yeah, or is it? Yeah, I mean, I was about to say maybe they burned, but then it's in the wheel haul thing. So if anything, they would have probably be frozen. But
and it's like,
ugh.
And you didn't just bring decomposed bodies on board. I feel like they were there for a while.
I feel like it might be someone like some.
People fly all the time, but there's so much that like, so many planes that have problems. It just sounds like I'm gonna scare myself.
One of the comments: how do I skip to season 2026? My remote ain't working. 2025 is not.
2025. What is it? We're mid to end January, and so many things have happened. I can't even wrap my head around it.
Me either. I mean,
are we gonna snowball? Is it gonna level out? Actually, I don't think it's leveling out anytime soon.
No.
With Trump as our little president.
No. And the funny thing is, it's probably just gonna get worse.
Yeah.
Because the last 4 years he was president, everything he did, the media, at least like the left-leaning media, which is like I would say 60-70% of all the news, went crazy. And it's already somewhat doing that, but like the Elon Musk thing, that was I was like, why would you do that? And then I realized he has Asperger's and he has probably a little bit of autism in him. Yeah. And he shouldn't be talking in front of people like that because he clearly gets excited. Remember that video of him being when Trump brought him out and then there's that picture of him going like this? Like he did say right before, I give my heart to you, and he grabs his heart and then throws it into the crowd.
Yeah, he just has awkward hands. But
I feel like they
were like, yes, we can use something bad.
It's
Did you see that?
I think I've said this before. Elon Musk is the only special needs person that people can get away with making fun of and holding them to the same standard as normal people.
Yeah. Or extraordinary people.
Yeah.
Not normal people.
He's not normal. He is like a special needs type of person in the sense of like he 100% has Asperger's. He came out and says that.
He even said that. I watched his like mini documentary, I think. It's on YouTube or something. Well, it's actually pretty interesting. He talks about I don't know if it was him talking.
But anyways, whatever he's an idiot. And I don't think he needs to be speaking in front of big crowds anymore.
Yeah. Cuz
even when he does for his tech conferences, it's a little awkward. It's not like he's like Steve Jobs and some amazing presenter. Mm-hmm. He's always been awkward, and every time he's hyped up and comes out in front of a crowd, he does something stupid. And so Trump, if you guys are watching this, you might want to hold off on. Big fan. Trump's a big fan. No, not at all. Probably not. We've actually probably said some shit about Trump before.
Probably not.
Maybe Barron. But they probably should not have him speaking in front of people anymore.
But it is interesting.
It is.
And we like interesting.
But it fuels the fire because Trump can't get reelected. Yeah. So these next 4 years are probably. I hope the media doesn't do the same thing they did the last 4 years Trump was, because then it's just going to be like, oh my God, I'm going to deal with so many people just going crazy these next 4 years. And
it could be that way, or people just back off. The way it's going so far, I'm not even gonna. We're lucky if it slows down.
I mean, going back to Elon Musk not being completely normal, he might be half human, half animal. Yeah. And just keeping on that topic, Japan approves half human, half animal experiments as if they've never seen the movie Alien, or the movie franchise Alien. And
they've been wanting this since, I think, like 2010 or something. And it just got approved.
Okay, let me, read the post. Japan has taken a bold step by approving experiments to create human-animal hybrids, aiming to grow organs for transplantations. The breakthrough could transform medicine, offering new hope for patients in need of organ donations. However, it has also sparked debate over ethical concerns, especially the potential influence of human cells on an animal's brain. It raises an important question. Have we ventured too far in the name of scientific progress?
Yes.
So I honestly did not read this before. I've already seen documentaries of them putting ears and stuff on like rats and like pigs. And if it's for organs, I actually support this. Because
I'm terrified, but
because the one thing that's terrible with our medical system is if you need like a liver transplant or something like that, you have to wait. Imagine if you could pay like $5,000 and then you could have a pig that just has your exact liver or your exact heart or exact thing.
I feel like you would need like a spiritual like rebirth if you're putting pig in you or something.
Well, it would be human, but it would be they would put a human. Well, yeah, I guess, but it would be enough so that it could. Because don't they already put like pigs' hearts in people or something like that?
Something.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's pig. I mean, it probably is pig because pigs are smart. But I have no idea. But I feel like, I don't know, it just makes me think, imagine seeing one. Like, I don't think I could see.
Yeah, this picture does not do it justice.
It's so gross. It reminds me, oh my god, I can't remember the movie.
Alien?
Was it Alien? It might be Alien.
What was it?
The one did we just watch that?
Yeah.
I think it was Alien.
What about
just like half human, half people. They creep me
Yeah,
out.
that thing that was like super tall and like.
Yeah, I mean,
that was
disgusting.
Alien.
I feel like I would just like freeze. Like I would freeze. I wouldn't know what to do. My body would just go into shock.
Well, you're thinking it's gonna escape and become
it's escaping. It's coming after us.
Okay.
It wants to rule the world.
Well, I'm thinking that
it
they're
breaks
probably
out of a zoo, half animal zoo.
So you think they're gonna just display these half animals, half humans in cages? Like
my brain immediately goes darkness.
Yeah, so darkness. I don't think they're gonna do that.
But they could.
You know how effed up it would have to be? Or
just drop one from the sky?
We already watched, like, orangutans, but imagine if it was, like, a chimp half human in there. It's like a caveman, and we're just like, oh.
Yeah. Wow. Half human, half animal.
And then they have, like...
Come to the zoo to see our first exhibit.
Dang. But like I said, this embryo.
They're like painting. They're painting them.
Yeah.
With the still pictures.
Yeah.
The live paintings.
And it's just like a normal family, and they just have extra hair on them, and they're like super sad in there, and then we're just like, oh man, this is
weirdest half animal, half human.
See, I hope it's not. I hope that just like they put like an ear on a mouse, or like they put it like something like that. But if it's what you're alluding to,
like a horse, like a man horse. That'd be the most normal, I feel like.
How would that be normal
I have no idea. But I feel like the man horse could be a cool one.
Why would that be cool? Okay, so what animals would look good half human, half animal?
Half animal, yeah.
Well, that's a man horse one that's already like in mythical things.
Yeah.
Half human, half fish is already a mermaid. What's a one that probably it hasn't been really talked about that you think would do good? I think half man or woman and then half bird. That's a pretty easy one.
Like owl.
Like an owl, so that your neck just...
Yeah. Finally knows how it feels to just turn around.
Crab would be different, but then I don't know how that's... You probably have to stay with mammals. Like it has to probably be a mammal for it to work, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Like a deer? Or a rabbit?
Gosh, deer, we would be so stupid if we were like... the deer. Or we'd finally get out of the road when there's lights coming.
Wait, what?
What?
Are you talking? You think we'd just get the like if it's half human, half deer, we just stop in roads and just get hit by cars all the time? Oh man! All right.
I've seen some deers are just. I think that some of them are just stubborn. Like I'll be driving up the mountain and they'll look at you, and they'll just walk slowly.
Yeah, the deers.
Like they don't really care.
Our deers are definitely
at home. More than like I feel like they're like this is my home.
Yeah, and they're used to seeing people, so you could get within like 4 feet of them in a car, and they won't run. But once you're out of the car, they book it.
Yeah,
but,
they don't.
They don't care too much of cars, which is
cars,
why you
lights,
see so many
they
dead
do not
ones.
care. Yeah.
Um,
R.I.P.
Well, moving to the next one. I haven't seen this one. Real estate developer shares footage of him being profiled by a neighbor at home he built in an affluent neighborhood. That's.
Knock on the doorbell. Ring doorbell. We need you. What's going on?
I don't know why she didn't push her own stroller.
Do you live here?
Yeah.
You do?
Papa.
I don't believe that.
What?
I don't believe that.
So what are you doing?
Rory, come on. Rory, come on.
Hey.
Leaves the stroller.
What the heck?
Did someone come here?
That's my wife. Somebody chased her up here. And she had kids.
Who chased her?
She said somebody in a silver truck.
Gray truck, and he came
So
around the corner,
I don't know
and
if you guys have a
I was
read.
in the street, and so I come up, and I just have my kids, and so I'm like gonna pretend that I'm coming home, and so I pull up and I start walking to your back gate, and he stops here and he goes, "Are you looking for someone?"
Why?
Nope. And then he sat here, and I was like, "I need to get in."
Well, that's my husband. That's why he lives here. Yeah. He lives here. So he came in and he said there's a lady screaming. And I'm like, that's.
She got all worried that some.
Scared the crap out of me.
How?
I'm so sorry.
How did he scare you
I
though?
had a feel.
I just seen her in the driveway and I was like, are you looking for somebody? Because I was pulling up out
And I
home.
saw someone walking in our driveway too. And I'm like, why is someone walking in our driveway?
Well, I'm
Well, there
sorry.
we got it. All right, sorry.
What?
I don't.
She said that someone was following her. So you were walking from there?
You came this way, didn't you?
No, I came down this street right here.
Yeah.
And I was riding slow because I'm looking at our Christmas lights.
Well, you just have to understand my point of view. Being by myself with 2 kids, I just saw a car coming, and so I was like, oh, it scared me, and so I just pulled up here, and I kept thinking, this could be his house. But you didn't say, this is my home. You just said, are you looking? And I was like,
I did. When you was on the porch, you asked me, did I live here? I said, yeah.
And you said, no, you don't.
And you said, I don't think you do.
Obviously, you could tell that I was really caught off guard.
Like, I'm pulling in my... It's like I'm pulling in my house. Like, this is not... This neighborhood is probably one of the best neighborhoods in Ohio.
It is.
You don't have to worry about stuff like that.
Well, I'm very sorry.
Erg.
Come on, baby. Go in the house. Let's go.
You told me that I didn't. You said you didn't think I live here.
It was the way that you were talking. I was so caught off guard. I'm so sorry.
We need you.
It's so wild that they went to his property,
Yeah.
got scared and screamed and ran away. She also left her stroller there, and she screamed for help. Imagine like our neighbor coming to our door, like knocking on it and running around
Why is
screaming
she?
for help.
Why is she there in the? There's
There.
so many I feel like this mom might be like one of those moms that like drink or like are on like
She's popping.
or like on like this
She's
depression
popping the
pills or
pills.
something like that.
Yeah.
Cause like her voice just sounds like she's not all there.
I feel like she doesn't know what she like doesn't know what she's doing.
Cause
She like went over. First of all, that man looks really nice.
yeah, like something's not like
It's so
connecting with her
weird.
because she sounds like this and like
Well, she also left her stroller.
yeah, and then like why is she there in the first
I
place?
don't know.
Does she never met them?
She's sprinting. They got her
Like-
sprinting down the road.
Yeah, it just feels like something's not all wired in her brain.
No, and it's nighttime. Why would you meet your neighbors at
That's
night?
what I'm saying. It's nighttime.
And
You're
we just got
backing
new
up to the
neighbors.
door. That's what I'm saying. Like, has no one maybe lived there? And maybe they think.
That
What
is
state is?
so
Oh, they said
weird.
Ohio?
Oh, Ohio.
Yeah. I
Weird.
feel like she.
First
is
of all,
crazy.
don't just
on
walk
drugs.
up to somebody's house at dark time,
That's what I'm saying. It's weird. It's,
nighttime, and making
with
her
your two
kid,
kids,
making
like,
her
you're
kid
go- you're-
press the
it's
doorbell.
nighttime, and you're going to some random person's house with your two kids.
And then she starts lying when they have a Ring camera. We have to set our Ring camera up.
Yeah. I feel like the only possible logical thing that I could see from her perspective is if he just built that home, it's been empty for a year plus, and then all of a sudden she starts seeing people come in and out of it.
Yeah.
And then she sees some black dude with some dreads and is like, are they, what's when people get it?
Spotting?
Yeah, when you go into a home and squatting,
Spotting.
And she maybe thinks they're squatting that house. Does not give her any right to do what she did, but that's the only thing that I could say maybe that's what was going in her mind without her calling her fucking
it's
crazy.
It's so crazy because
but she's still crazy.
The car pulls up and she waits for him to get out
That's
and
what I'm
then
saying.
asks him a question.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm just checking out some Christmas lights, like living my life. What are you doing?
Yeah. I'm on the guy's side, the real estate developer. I'm on his side and his wife's side. He has a kid. Seems like a really nice guy.
To go up to your house and somebody asks if you live here and you say yeah and they say, I don't believe you.
Oh wait, here's his Instagram, I think. Mike Jenkins, yeah.
Oh my god, he did. I think he did
Let's see.
Another video.
Oh.
Live here. They live 2 streets over. We have to ride by each other's house. I'm okay with being cordial with riding by each other's house. Have no issue with them. The issue is getting the word out here and letting my situation and what I've been through and what I overcome be inspiring to people in the world, people that look like me. So that's the space I'm in, and I'm thankful for God because I didn't ask for her to show up on my porch. This is God's movement here. This is God telling me the people need to hear your story. You need to inspire. You need to tell people what's going on and use this.
This lady's crazy.
So that hopefully this won't happen to the
They probably live in a
Caucasian Karen situation.
Ass
they will know how to control their emotions. Because
and she just
us as
sought
black
them
men,
out,
especially young black men, we struggle with that. We struggle with that impulse, with that acting. Mm-hmm. We think irrationally and we never think rationally. So I'm here to inspire people.
That's so crazy.
I'm a real estate developer. I build houses from the ground up, single family houses. But I thought that moving into the most wealthiest neighborhood in Ohio, that this was the right thing to do. But maybe my focus needs to be building communities that's for us and by us.
Yeah.
So that we can inspire people that look like us. We can build a community that's for us.
Can I ask you a question? You said something very interesting. You said she lives 2 streets up from you.
Two streets
so
over.
You mean to tell me she went 2 streets out of her way to try to find out who lived in this home?
You cannot justify
No,
that.
that's why he's getting all this
not on
freaking
your
press.
block, not on your block, not next to you. 2 streets.
It's 2 streets up, but she's all the way north. We're all the way south. It's multi-million-dollar houses back here. The lots are big, so it's 2 streets, but it's still, we could go 30 days, 60, 90 days without seeing each other.
So she went out of her way. Let me ask you this.
With her 2 kids.
She issued an apology. She also said that she reached out to you and tried to apologize multiple times, but she hasn't had a response from you. Did she try to apologize to you in person, or was it through this video that you guys have seen?
She has not tried to apologize to us in person, via phone, via knock at the door, via a phone call, via email. No, only the live videos.
Now, apparently, if we were to believe what the report says, that this woman has a history going back as far as 2018 of creating these situations and then making herself out to be a victim. Have you guys seen that? Have y'all seen any of those reports that's being
It's like the woman across the street in the window.
I have not.
The one in the window.
Can I ask you this? I want to ask you this. Have you thought about, since your
She probably
privacy,
just goes to like
your
people's
security
houses and just.
Have you thought
Maybe
about
that are
potentially
colored,
even leaving that
literally.
neighborhood and going elsewhere? Or you saying, nah, y'all not finna
Well,
run us up out of our home?
100%. I've been in Ohio my whole life, and I faced racial
That is
discrimination
just so
at its highest
crazy.
peak. I'm a stereotype person, tattoos, dreadlocks. A man that's in the professional world, in the real estate development world, that you don't see too many minorities building multi-million-dollar homes. It doesn't happen here. So we 100% have thought about moving to another state, taking my talents
Okay.
elsewhere.
You gotta be careful.
He looks kind of white.
Okay, yeah, he's light skinned. But he has big dreads.
Yeah. This picture.
And he looks black.
Is that him? He looks very white and then very black in some pictures. I guess it depends how he's wearing his
Yeah,
gray.
it's definitely his skin tone, but
like this one looks like like a Florida guy that we saw at the bar, one of those bars that we were at.
that's so crazy that they were just in their own home and she came. And then she has a history of doing it. That is insane.
Yeah,
She's
this
definitely
lady's crazy.
giving crazy movie vibes.
Yeah. This guy.
And they both have kids. And that's so 2 streets away. She's like, let me go to the neighbor's house and see what's up. 2 streets away.
Dang. Okay. The CDC, moving on to the, I guess, something happening in Georgia. The CDC has stated that Georgia currently has a very high rate of flu activity, placing it among the states with the highest flu case counts.
This little cough and
this is a personal section. You had a cough for like a month now.
Literally everywhere. I can hear it everywhere. I can be in the grocery store and I hear it. I can hear it on the sidewalks. I can hear it at work. Every single
from,
person.
Other people?
Other people, not just me. Some people have it worse than me. But literally every single person I've seen has this weird freaking cough. And I thought it was interesting that came out, at least to me, a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And then today, they closed the CDC. And
then
they're not able to...
World Health Organization or something like that, yeah. Yeah.
So it's a little fishy. It's a little scary.
Yeah, so I don't have much to really say on that because I feel fine.
The flu's crazy though because not even the flu, like I think my cough was worse a couple months ago to where like I was coughing, like, I'd be coughing right now. I was just coughing. Yeah. And it's getting lighter and like, but it's crazy that I have so much mucus in me because like where's it coming from?
Yeah.
It's weird because we were walking up the mountain and I'm like sobbing in mucus, which is so disgusting. But like, I don't think I've been sick for this long. I'm not even sick, but I don't think I've had a cough for this long in freaking years. And like I'll run into people and they'll be
almost since like
it's been
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Almost.
And they've been like, some people have gotten it worse and they're whatever. But actually, I remember being like,
yeah, it's been 2 months.
It's been 2 months.
Jesus.
But I don't know, it's weird because you can drink tea, you can drink hot water, doesn't go away. But I don't remember the last time I had something last this freaking long. It's kind of scary.
Yeah,
but you know what's funny?
I've never had a cough last.
Maybe I have a COVID strain or something. I doubt I do.
Like what is it called? Long COVID?
Yeah, but because remember when I first got tested for COVID, I thought I had COVID. They told me I had pneumonia.
You've had COVID before? I don't know if I've ever.
I thought I did.
And
but they told me I had pneumonia.
It was like in the beginning of COVID, though, right?
Yeah. So when I went to the ER, they told me I had pneumonia, and they told me to get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I mean, going back to the point of you saying they closed it all those things, which I don't know if that's the smartest thing to do, but it makes sense if you're looking at it from the perspective of Trump's organization, because
I mean, I'm pretty sure you did that before.
Well, yeah, and you know, if you look at the history of how COVID started, it actually started most likely from a government agency that was funding labs in China, but it also, a lot of people don't realize, Trump's administration reactivated those funds that allowed those organizations to do those experiments on, called game and function research or something like that. And so I get it from their perspective. They're like, okay, well, you guys started this, something. You guys had a lot of misinformation during COVID.
Yeah.
Possibly came from the health organization or whatever it's called, the NIH or something like that. But they need to reform it quick.
Yeah. Another reason for people to be terrified.
Yeah, because there's
surprise.
But
surprises every day.
I don't think people should be terrified of that
some
because
people
it's
just
not like
take
they do much.
Some people just take it out of proportion, but like, are they? Because I actually look at recalls before I go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
It's not like all the time, but like some fruits and some bagged vegetables and like certain things.
Was the FDA grouped into that?
Yeah.
Because if it was, then it's like, okay, I know the FDA does have some positive, but then it could also be like, yo, we need to strip this completely clean in a month or two, and then because you come to our country, like I said, the FDA controls what's the ingredients in our food, and we have like horrible ingredients. So
maybe if they just told us what they were doing, because it could be a positive thing.
It could be.
I hope there. I mean, there's.
It will only be positive if they completely restructure it.
Yeah.
In within a month.
There's no.
If it's something that's completely gone,
they're doing that.
Well,
I feel like there's no possible way. At least as of now, looking into 5 years, that you could walk in the grocery store and there won't be like all those toxins sitting on the shelves.
Well, they got rid of red dye.
Red dye, that was a start.
That was a start, and that
happened. There's just so much.
Yeah, it's going to need a complete reform.
Yeah, you need.
And maybe that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, work to do.
But like a lot of people, America under both the Democrats and Republicans till now has completely been screwed over. So maybe it's going to take something where it's super radical, where it's like we got to close everything down. We need to do radical stuff to fix it because it's so maybe far.
It could be maybe that's nervous, what it needs. Exciting. It could be exciting.
So it could be a great thing, or it could be a completely disaster. Only time will tell. So let's move to something a little more lighthearted and see what this is. Because it says, I laughed my stomach off.
When did you realize that you were actually a white person trapped in a black person's body?
Oh, it's literally since I was born. I've always known it because even when I cried as a baby, I didn't cry loud like an African child. I cried sort of softly and more quiet like a European child.
When did you realize that you were actually a white person trapped in a black person's body?
Oh, it's literally since I was born. I've always known it because even when I cried as a baby, I didn't cry loud like an African child. I cried sort of softly and more quiet like a European child.
I didn't cry loud like an African child. Are you kidding?
And like the reporter's like looking at whoever's off camera like, yo, what the fuck is this that he's saying?
I didn't cry loud like an African child.
She's trying to talk like a white basic bitch. I didn't cry loud.
That's so crazy.
Trying to use her hands. She has her hair dyed blonde. Like she's trying to, and then she...
Literally when I was born.
Oh my God.
It's so good.
To the reporter's like, I feel like, and then it cuts to the reporter just... Oh my God.
I don't know.
We need to go to the comments for it. I've always gone it. I'm a millionaire trapped in a poor person's body. Now give me my money. She cried in lowercase. And the interviewer barely held it together.
First of all, to know the difference in an African baby cry and a white person's
I cried European.
Your baby cries like a white child.
Oh, man.
Could you imagine? Oh, my God. It's just good. The internet is so funny. We love that.
There's some crazy people in the world. All right. POV, your son.
Do you notice that N is the only black letter in Nutella?
That's... Oh, excuse my language.
Wait.
No, it's fine. That's racist, too.
Somebody got to say it, and I'm glad Lil Connor said it.
Do you notice that N is the only black letter in Nutella?
That's... Oh, excuse my language.
No, it's fine. That's racist too.
His little froggy voice. Never mind. The end she needs to give him a spoon, laughing out. Why he eating with a knife?
It's just so silly.
I
love
agree
kids.
with Connor 1,000,000%.
Honestly, but why is it?
The kids notice the most stupidest but smartest things sometimes.
I've never heard that
Me
until
either.
now. And I used to make banana Nutella sandwiches all the time.
All right.
Oh, you know.
When you totally read the room wrong and get escorted out of the PTA meeting. All right, let's watch this one.
When I went to his bedroom to say goodnight, and he was crying because of the abuse that he was enduring in this school system.
Then why didn't you stay in Mexico?
You need to leave. That's disgusting.
That's indicative of what these kids are experiencing. That's indicative of what our kids are experiencing.
When I went to his bedroom to say goodnight, and he was crying because of the abuse that he was enduring in this school system.
Then why didn't you stay in Mexico?
It's like intrusive thoughts. It's like he just came out.
And the guy takes it, he's like laughing. I don't know if he thinks it's a joke or...
I think it was just so intrusive that he's like, what?
I feel like that guy low-key like thinks it's funny.
It's like...
Is this where you need to leave? Audio comes...
It's just... It's so good.
You need to leave.
He's pouring...
You need to leave.
He's like pouring out his heart for his son, and it's so dramatic. Why didn't you stay in Mexico? It was like a genuine question. That was a wrong thing to do, but that was really funny.
Yeah, the one Karen mom, which she should be a Karen.
You need to leave.
He didn't even move a muscle. He just sat there. Honestly, if I was talking about my son too, I'd probably start laughing. And honestly, he didn't even look like he was from Mexico.
Yeah, he didn't. He kind of looked Asian almost.
He didn't really look like he could be, but
He looks Asian. Wait, yeah, I'm gonna watch this one more time. You can see the guy that says it. Did you see it?
it's crying. Just out loud.
And that guy, look at the guy. They're the look. They're just eyeing each other right now. Then why didn't you stay in Mexico? That doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't. He just did not like. He just didn't like him. He waited to make that statement or be mean to that guy for so long, and for some reason it came out at the PTA meeting.
He's trying to leave. He's like, maybe if I get kicked out of this, I can leave early. Cause
he's gonna go back home and be like, Billy, I got you. Billy, I got you expelled.
Yeah, you ain't going back to that school. I'm sorry.
Why?
Well,
anyway, that was.
I told Jose. I guess he doesn't even look Mexican. I don't want to call his son. I feel like he's Asian.
Did he say is the son's name Jose? No, he did not.
No.
You need to leave.
He's like, gladly. That's some crazy. I wonder.
Yeah, he's like.
Yeah, man. PTA meetings. I've always wondered what goes on at PTA meetings.
I haven't been to a PTA meeting. Well, I don't have kids, so I guess yeah. But I mean, I guess it'd be interesting. But what was he trying to get out of that?
He just intrusive thoughts. Intrusive thoughts.
Well,
we all have them.
This episode shows that racism is still a thing.
Very much alive.
And whether it's on purpose or not. I think a lot of it's just white people that don't know how to talk about race.
Interracial. Woo.
Well, move on to the last thing, which is staying on the school subject. Bill passed that bans schools from allowing boys to play in women's sports teams. On women's sports teams.
I'm glad we had to have a freaking bill for that to be.
Well, I don't know if this also Trump signed into executive order that America will only recognize male and females now. There's only two genders, which I don't know if I agree with, but looking at it from playing devil's advocate, when you're a transgender, say I'm a transgender woman, don't you want to be a woman? That's why you're so shouldn't you be categorized like if I'm a man wanting to be a transgender woman, shouldn't I be a woman instead of a a separate thing? Isn't that kind of what we want? So there should be only two. I just feel like
that it should literally be only two. Because I feel, wouldn't you get kind of confused? You probably can't go and be like changing your last name, change your sex. But what if you could? What if that was what someone, like, you would be confused if you were, like, imagine you growing up and, like, being a doctor and you see somebody and you see the birth certificate and it says, like, transgender.
Yeah.
Or it just, like.
But, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if you are a trans woman man, wouldn't you want people to you're a man. You're not a transgender man. You're a man. Like you used to be a woman and you're converting to a man. Wouldn't you rather be a full-blown man in the eyes of the society rather than a third party man? But you still
can't change it.
I know. I'm saying I believe if you're a man trying to be a woman and trying to be a transgender woman, just categorize that as a woman. Like you're a woman now. Like you shouldn't be a trans.
I just feel like it needed to be done in just a weird,
now the kind of
way. Not the way like I don't want you to try to be something else or categorize yourself as something else. But when it comes down to like legal law things, it should be two.
So do you think a man or a woman who is trying to be like the opposite sex, so a transgender man or woman, should they be categorized as their original gender, or do you think can there be a process for them to actually be categorized on their ID as the other gender?
If you're going by ID, you can put other. If you're going by so if I was trying to be a woman,
could I get my thing changed to woman on my ID?
I feel like it would just cause really bad problems. It's like inviting problems that you don't think of yet, that you can't answer yet, that you can't even just imagine yet. I think it would cause problems.
Yeah.
But I think there's nothing wrong. Like, even now, like, filling out things on the websites, there's nothing wrong with the other.
Yeah.
All my life I've grown up and seen other.
So that's a third.
Some people literally have, like, black and then Caucasian and then other.
Yeah.
Like, all those people were never being represented ever on paper. It don't really matter that much.
Yeah, and then there's also the thing then with the bathroom situation. Like maybe there should be three. Maybe we should recognize three: male, female, and then other.
If it's such a problem that people want to put other people in danger because all they want is to be inclusive, make another freaking bathroom.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. We already have the family ones.
Exactly.
The handicap ones. So what's the difference with you're literally, like, not saying the handicap ones aren't, like, catering towards their needs, like, inside of it. Because
Maybe so
So it's like.
So I guess I agree with it.
Like, it's not a big deal if you get another bathroom.
So I guess I agree with it in the sense that we should recognize two male and female, and then other is not like a specific gender. It's like if you don't categorize yourself as these two, you're now other. Well, because which I guess would be.
I'm going blind, but I feel like you could believe that, like, if you genuinely were other or trans or whatever you are, and you're going to school, you could also be uncomfortable figuring out a bathroom. It's not just our point of view where we're scared, they could also be scared and be uncomfortable and be like, where the hell do I go? Because it's literally man, woman, MW, skirt pants.
So
like
you could kind
it
of
could be both sides to where we do need one.
and that's something that will probably in maybe 20, 30 years where we have a third bathroom and maybe we even have a third sports division.
I feel like sometimes
where it's like like a third sports division where it's like the people who are transitioning from male or female can have their own.
Handicap people also have a different sports division.
Oh yeah,
Just like
Paralympics,
all that stuff.
Yeah,
but it's just like I feel like it's a weird topic because some people like it's not just one sided that people are trying to feel safe. Like it's both sides that we need to feel inclusive and safe.
Yeah,
it shouldn't be. The thing is, some people are hard headed and be like, "Why can't I use the bathroom? I choose." Like you can easily do other, and it'd be fine. Or just forget about men and women bathrooms altogether.
So to close it off, so do you agree that there's only two genders?
I feel like a lot of hate comes from voicing your own opinion, but yes.
So I think
yes.
When we come to like laws and things along those lines, I think we need to, in like bathrooms, we need to recognize two and then the other.
Yeah.
But scientifically, I do think there is a kind of a spectrum because that's why you have people who are gay and whatnot. Where
there
it's
is
like
a spectrum.
When you look at their XY chromosomes, there is a spectrum, but you can't have a spectrum of when it comes to like science, when it comes to like bathrooms. Like you can't have a spectrum of bathrooms for kids. Like you need to have
go back and be
black or white, male or female.
I feel like I was born in the wrong body. It literally explains it all.
Yeah, and I feel like that's less of like that is like an anomaly. Like average. If we're going off averages, which I think we need to when you're dealing with stuff like this, it needs to be boy, girl, or male, female, other, and then we know there's a spectrum, but that spectrum is maybe 20% of the population.
Yeah,
and that shouldn't dictate how we should be sympathized towards those people. Maybe like I said, have that third option for them. But like when it comes to like a driver's license and like how you
when it also comes to like trying to teach young
and like
kids
sports and stuff like that,
trying to teach young kids that is kind of just like keep children in a child's place like that.
And they shouldn't be teaching kids that at school.
Shouldn't be taught about at school. Shouldn't be
until like maybe 5th grade and middle school and stuff like that.
I think it's very personal, and if they chose to share, like that's fine. Because like we walked around in high school with obvious people that were changing their genders or claiming to be something else or just whatever, and it wasn't that big a deal. We did like, I mean, speaking in my point of view, I never like not included them. I never thought anything about it. They probably got hate from random douchebags, but in my mind, it was never talked about this much. But maybe it should have been.
Yeah, but like I feel like it should be like talked about, but it should be like something where before we had like in 5th grade, I think it was when you learn about sex and stuff like that, your parents have to sign off on those things. Like it shouldn't be something where the teachers just can be like teach your kindergarten kid or your 1st or 2nd grade like. There's certain reasons why you have to have your parents sign off on certain movies that are watched.
Because kids are also assholes.
Yeah.
So I feel like you should try to just keep it as safe as possible across the board.
Yeah, and
on both sides.
I believe in parents being able to teach their kids what they want, and like if they don't want their kids being talked about something that's kind of sexual, which that is, it's gender, just like,
I mean, because we're coming from a place where imagine having a kid who's 8, 6, 7. Who literally is like, I don't want to wear those clothes. I want to wear girls' clothes. It's probably hard on the parent, too. It's going to be hard on both sides for us to get to an equal. You just can't keep it stuck in the past, I guess. You got to keep it chugging forward.
And close off, like, I believe that there is a spectrum of the genders. But I don't think when it comes to society and enacting laws and even science and, like, medicine and stuff like that, you need to still have the male, female, because you can't like a male.
You can't
give a female a certain like for example like a Plan B pill. Like a male, if you're born a male, you should not be taking. Well,
it's because like imagine like I've seen on Instagram or whatever, and there's a post about trans. I'm gonna mess that up, but a trans man. She was born a woman but turned into a man, and she had a wife but she got pregnant.
So he started as a woman?
So he started as a woman and, you know, dressed like a man, claimed to be a man, was very manly, got pregnant, and was like, was taking hormones so she grew a beard, whatever. But then she got pregnant, and they're like, oh, a man can't get pregnant. It's like, because you were born a woman. Like,
you are
a woman.
Like, you have the eggs of the woman
you
still.
You are a woman.
You might identify as a man now, but you are still a woman.
And it'd be crazy. I mean, male, female, those could be different words. We made those up.
Yeah.
Like, male, female was made up term back in the day, forever years ago. Like, it could literally be like, all the women are green, all the men are yellow, because the green ones can have the babies, the yellow ones can't. Like,
so
male and female is just
switch the colors?
You can switch the names, the colors, you can switch anything. None of that stuff
what's
matters.
The point you're trying to make with this?
I'd be like, people are so I'm not a male, I'm not a female. I'd be like, I'm not yellow, I'm not green. Like, it'd be
the same
I
argument.
hear male and female just every day. Just like,
I mean, if you change the sex for two colors, it could be like, I'm mixing them a little bit, you know? I'm a light violets. Green. I'm a little lime green today.
Magenta. Anyway, love. Lead with love. Spread love.
And
love, love, love.
Lexi doesn't think Lexi thinks there's two genders.
See you, Green.